Hi friends, welcome back to my Dinner with Nicky series. We went all out for this one and I just picked up way too much food. So much food, there's just no possible way I can consume it all. So we're gonna go for it. I kind of felt like last time I didn't really tackle the mukbang vibe in regards to like you're supposed to be consuming a shitload of food. And while I don't normally advocate for overeating, I really feel like you should just listen to your body, and when it tells you you're full, you should probably be full. We are gonna do our best. So also I wanna throw out a shout out for this amazing crop top t-shirt I have on today from Toxic Pony Vintage. I will link them below. It's an Etsy shop that my friend shared with me, and I snagged this for a Cyber Monday deal, and I thought it was perfect because today we will be eating a whole lot of Taco Bell. I am a huge fan of Taco Bell. Start with the most important, which are the sauces. I am a mild and hot kind of girl. I like to mix both of them. And I thought this would be a good, fun one to start with, or not start with because it's our second one. I thought this would be a fun one to do for the first fast food because it's the #1 fast food place that we go to because of how adaptable it is for vegetarian cuisine. Again, nothing vegan this time because obviously everything that we get from Taco Bell has cheese and sauce, which is dairy based. So I'm gonna show you what I got, and then we will start chatting not just about Taco Bell. For drinks, you might have seen on my Instagram this Just Craft soda brand that I got from the Quench Box. I did a collaboration with, and this one is tangerine and rhubarb. I thought, what a smart idea to incorporate this into our dinner together because I was sharing it on social media already anyway. Oh, they're all so good. So good. Okay, when Blake watches this, he's gonna literally be like, what were you thinking? You cannot eat that much food. #1, oh, shoot. Also, I specifically drove to our new Taco Bell because it has the option to order your own meal inside the restaurant through their screen. So it's like a self-service station. I wanted to try it out so that I could report out on whether or not I like it. And because you can literally customize anything on their menu, you could probably build your own crazy concoction. You cash out there, you can opt out of a receipt, whatever. So I really liked it, and I thought it was really easy to use. It was super self-explanatory, and yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I don't want to ever take anyone's job away. I've complained a million times over about the self-service stations at the grocery stores. They drive me crazy. I think they're a pain in the ass. They never work the way they're supposed to. They can never weigh the items properly, so it keeps telling you to put them in the goddamn bag, even though, I'm sorry, my eyeliner only weighs 0.02 ounces. But this was legit, and I really, really, really liked it. So I would recommend doing it if you have the option. The next thing, so the first thing I got is our favorite cheesy gordita crunch, but I sub black beans for beef so that it's vegetarian. I got a cheese quesadilla, which I never get. I don't even know why I picked this. Then I made a slight error and ordered a giant nacho. I thought I was ordering that small nacho, but that's not the case. And I added onions and pico on it because, I don't know, it was on the screen and I thought, cool, I'll do that. So we're gonna dive in. Let's open all of these things. It's too much happening. Okay. So we're gonna open the nachos. Emmy is nice and close to me, just in case I need help. We're gonna open our taco. Oh yeah, and I customized my cheesy gordita crunch, which is super fucking soggy. It took me a second to be able to unwrap this. To have a Doritos Locos shell. Well, we'll see how this is. Kind of seems a little soggy, which I don't know about you, but that does not sound appealing. I also use a ton of sauce, and I'm super messy with this too. So I have lots of napkins. Emmy's licking my bowl. No, no, no. All right, let's see how this is. I am not super confident in this shell. Maybe they're always soggy because they get coated in like cheese and stuff. Let me get her to, Emmy, let's go. Lie down. Sorry, but you're just looking for scraps. Lie down. I even like to put sauce on my nachos too. Like the, like Taco Bell sauce. I just love all of their sauces. I've bought it in the store, it's not the same. This is way better. God, I'm gonna die one of these days doing one of these videos because when I'm talking, I like always choke on my food. Lie down. Lie down. All the way down. Lie down. Thank you. Damn me crazy already. So, I got some good feedback on the first one of these. That's why they gave me refried beans instead of black beans. I was wondering why I was like 100 pounds. I mean, it's okay. It's not as good. Black beans are way better to sub than refried beans. I like them both. Like, I love growing up. The bean burrito, like my mom and I would get that all the time. So like, I've always enjoyed their refried beans, but it's just not as good in the cheesy gordita crunch. God, my eyes itching, my nose itches. Christ. So I got some good feedback from the other one of these. And so I thought, you know, I'd hop on the train real quick before you guys get bored of me and do another one. I did ask for some feedback. A lot of people talked about wanting to like just hear about the cabin and stuff. So I'll probably chat about that for a little bit. And, you know, just talk to myself like I did last time. So Blake is up at the cabin right now. We had to get some wiring things done. I think I shared that we got the floor switched out. We got, we had to do laminate flooring, like that really thin flooring that looks like wood, faux wood. We did it for a couple reasons. Number one, it's cheaper. Number two, the house is on a crawl space, which if you're not from Michigan or the Midwest, normally a lot of Michigan homes have basements. Crawl space is just like a mini version of a basement. Like it's big enough, obviously, for you to crawl into. Some of them can be bigger. This one's actually a little bit bigger than most crawl spaces. Like the one my parents have in their house, you literally can only crawl in, and they're always super creepy. They're covered in spiders and webs, and I avoided going in mine like the plague growing up. Quesadilla time. already full, honest to God. So we had to get some wiring stuff done, like updated. And, boy, I'm already off track. So, the big issue with the flooring is that our floor was a little uneven. So it's really expensive to level out an entire floor. And like for some things like tile or like real wood floors, you really do need to have like a pretty like level floor or you'll run into some problems. Even with the laminate flooring, they had to put some leveler down in certain areas. Oh, well, hello again. You might be surprised to see me in a different spot. Why, you might ask? Why? Because, once again, I didn't plug my goddamn camera in, and it died midway through, and I was too far away from the plug. Oh, I gotta switch it all around, and I'm being blasted by this light, so I might have to fix that too. It is so bright. Let's see how this looks. That's a little bit better. Okay. All right. There, it's a little less harsh, so it was a little bright before. Okay. Sweet Lord. Okay. I wish it was it would be nice to have just a small tinge of type A and not have to be completely disorganized 24/7 all the time. So, okay. What were we talking about? You guys remember? Okay, so we replaced the floor with laminate flooring because our floors weren't perfectly even. And that's all I got for that. Now I'm over that topic. Blake is up there now with the electrician. He said it was kind of horrible. The guy's like a retired electrician, which is cool. Like, obviously that's good because he knows his stuff. But Blake said he took like literally forever to do stuff, and he was like teaching him about every single thing he was doing, and Blake was like, man, I just want you to do it. I don't care about knowing how you're doing it. So, we had a couple things that needed to be fixed. Number one, the house was built in the 80s and hadn't really been updated since. So, it didn't have any GFI outlets in the kitchens, like I have more than one. Didn't have any outlets in the kitchen. Which is a problem because anytime you have an outlet that's anywhere near water, I think that's what it is, you absolutely have to have a GFI outlet. And basically what that does is like it will short circuit if I don't know. I have no idea. It short circuits or something, maybe if there's water or if something happens. I don't know. It's safe. That's what the building code people say. So, since we like being safe, we figured we would have somebody just come in and do those because we needed other stuff done too. And if you're going to have somebody come in and pay them to do labor, you might as well have them do everything at one time. Those are pretty easy to switch out yourself, but like we just don't like doing electrical stuff. It's pretty dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. If you screw up, it can be pretty costly to get things fixed because, like, if you cut a line you're not supposed to cut, like, be a big problem. So, we just kind of pay to have that stuff done. We're lucky because we can pay to have that done. The other thing that we wanted was that the outlet that goes to the outdoor porch like the back deck, didn't work. But we wanted to put, cause it's like an A-frame kind of, the back walls, like an A-frame olive windows. And so we wanted to put those like little lights, make it very Instagrammy and pretty. And we realized the outlet wasn't working. Well, come to find out, as always with home renovations, it's because there was a bigger issue going on that we didn't know. And we had noticed that the wiring came inside near the fridge, but that it was capped off or like and not being used somehow. So we thought, oh, they must have just capped it. We need to maybe rewire it. Maybe there was an issue. No, it was that they never updated their fuse box, and so there's too much power going. The entire side, one side of the house was all set to like one fuse. So if you plugged in even any other item into one of the outlets in the kitchen, it would just constantly make your circuit blow. So what turned into, I think what Blake thought was going to be like a 3-hour job ended up taking all day. And I do believe he was probably pretty frustrated about that by the end of it, because he had plans to go to the ski resort, buy his yearly pass. He had plans on meeting the guy at the ski resort to talk about some social media stuff. So that was kind of a bummer. I could tell he was frustrated today, and like I couldn't really do anything because obviously I'm here. Blake is really lucky because he can kind of work from anywhere, so he can go up to the cabin and work if he wants to. We have Wi-Fi. We got that hooked up. I know I haven't talked to you about. Okay, so those are like the most recent cabin remodels. I really don't like this cheesy gordita crunch with refried beans. So we're gonna rack the quesadilla instead, which is good because I'm like already hitting my limit, and I've barely even like gotten into these nachos. I don't have a very big appetite usually. I like to eat a lot, but throughout the day. Lunch is actually my biggest meal of the day. Dinner, I usually actually have like a really light dinner. I don't like going to bed on a heavy stomach. Not that I'm going to bed right away. It's like 6. But I'm already struggling. So I want to talk to you because we have talked about getting rid of cable for a very long time. I'm gonna say actually, honestly, like a year. Because we were going to do it last year, which I was a little apprehensive about, not gonna lie, because I thought, okay, I'm gonna lose my Food Network, I'm gonna lose my Freeform, I'm gonna lose my ID Discovery channel for all my murders, and I'm like, ugh, what are we gonna do? Blake needs to watch his sports and all that stuff, and like, have you ever watched just basic cable after growing up in our generation? It's awful. It's like, it's painful. So we called last year and we were going to switch or drop our cable. Well, we found out that we called like basically just a month late, and our cable renewed already for another year. And it was going to cost us like $200 to break the contract. And we were like, well, we're not super set on it yet. We're not totally sure what we want to do instead of cable. So we decided to keep it for the last year. And then it just ran up this November. So on November 17th, we got rid of cable. Actually around like November 7th, because we already had our other cable. So what we're doing, and the reason we decided to jump on it right away this year and officially make the leap, is that we got this cabin. So could you imagine, one, either knowing you just have to deal with shitty cable all the time when you're up at, like, up north, or two, paying two wildly overpriced cable bills. So you can have cable at both places. Neither of those options really seemed great for us. So the timing was perfect. We got the cabin, and we like jumped on the cable, or what am I saying? We jumped on the cable-free train. So what we decided to go with is PlayStation View TV. And what's cool, because I was like, I don't want to drop cable and then have Blake tell me, oh, well, we're dropping cable, but I need to buy a $400 PlayStation. I wasn't really on board with that, because we already have an Xbox One. But anyway, so what's cool is we did have to buy something, but we bought a new Apple TV. And Blake bought an Apple TV from somebody online too, so that we could have one here and one up north. And what's awesome is PlayStation View basically gives you, like, say 50 channels. I have Freeform, I have Food Network, I have ID Discovery, we have Disney, we have, what are some other ones? Sci-Fi, which plays all the Harry Potter movies. We have Travel Channel. We have just a whole bunch of things. Animal Planet, I'm sure, not that I watch that really. I used to, but then it just constantly made me cry, so I just was like, why am I watching this? So you get all 50 of those channels. You can have up to 5 registered devices on your plan, and you can watch them anywhere. So you can watch them on your iPad, you can watch it on your iPad, you can watch it on your phone. I have it hooked up on my phone because we don't have a TV in our bedroom, so I'll watch that, which was a conscious choice of ours. We chose to get rid of the TV in our bedroom. So, like, if you're at the airport and you have Wi-Fi, you can, like, legit watch your cable if you want, which is super cool. What's even better is Blake can be watching up north, and I can be watching here, or Blake can be watching in our family room, and I can be watching in bed. Like, and we literally only pay, I'm not 100% sure on this price. Blake's told me a couple times, but we can literally pay $50 a month. Uh-oh. Pay $50 a month, and we get cable for 2 places, plus anywhere we go out. Like, that's crazy. We were paying over $100. I want to say we were paying close to $120. And we would have to pay double that pretty much to have cable up north if we wanted it. Also got dessert from Taco Bell. I can't eat it anymore. I didn't even finish this quesadilla. I didn't finish my cheesy gordita crunch, and maybe I'm not made out for this kind of lifestyle, but I just get full so fast. So I got cinnamon twists. Because I felt like that's what someone that's doing a mukbang would do. I have painful each bite because I'm so full. But that's my little rant about the cabin and about cable. Nothing else with the cabin. We started painting it white. Holy shit, we had to use an oil-based primer, and like I literally was like, thought I was gonna pass out multiple times because it's cold, so we can't really just like open the windows, and it is so strong. But we had to use an oil-based primer because we were painting the raw cedar. And if you don't use the right primer on raw wood or wood in general that has knots in it, the knots will actually like leak through. So you have to have the right primer so that it literally like locks in and seals the wood while also priming it. We're probably only gonna paint it white. We need to brighten it up. So like 50-50, people are either like, yes, paint it, or people are freaking out and like begging us not to paint it, but it's too late. We already painted one wall. It took forever because it's like, you know, like shiplap, but they're overlapped, so there's like grooves in between each one. Oh my lord. We pretty much had to brush paint from the top to the bottom, every single crevice of the wall, which took forever. We literally probably spent 4 hours priming 1.5 walls. It's too much. I'm not looking forward to painting that room ever. The other rooms are also cedar, but we're gonna leave them cedar. There's walls that connect, like the walls that connect to the other walls. Like, I don't know. That's how walls work, right? What am I saying? I don't know. Like, one of the walls in one wall, we're gonna get there together. One wall in each bedroom is wallpapered. Thankfully, they wallpapered it with only like a really plain, like beige wallpaper. But we're gonna basically leave the room cedar and remove the wallpaper and only paint that part of the room so that there's like a little bit of a pop or something. Like, we won't paint crazy colors, but that will like at least help liven up the place and break up all the brown. Yeah, that's about it for the cabin. We're gonna work on the yard in the summer, in the spring. Right now it's like, it's really overgrown. And there's just a lot of brush. We need to clear that out. Last weekend when we were up there painting, I woke up before Blake, which is shocking. And I let Emmy outside, and I always look to the left because we have one neighbor that's kind of close to us on the left. I always look to see if they're out because she's scared them before, because she'll bark and she sounds scary, but she's not. And I don't know. I don't want to be that new neighbor that's like an annoying dog, you know. And so I looked over and I didn't see the neighbor's car. So I let Emmy out. And immediately, I hear all this noise. Emmy growls, barks, and just books it off the deck. I have only slippers on. And there's about 4 inches of like really, really wet snow. Because it had kind of like rained. God, my bangs look awful right now. Word. I know I'm supposed to be working on not touching. I like a little bit better. So, she freaking books it down the deck stairs. I have no shoes. There are like 6 deer in my backyard, and they all go running. They're sprinting down through all the yards, and my dog's running after them, and I only have slippers on, and it's like 7:45 in the morning on a Saturday or Sunday. I have to run inside, throw my boots on, and like run after her. Luckily, she had just gone over like the little hill of my neighbors, and like she was already kind of coming back, because these deer made it at least a football field's length in what had to have been 15 seconds. And so she wasn't even freaking close to getting them, thank God, because they, I'm sure, could beat the shit out of her. But she knew she was in trouble. She came back and ooh, she goes like this, slinks back towards me. So she knew she was in trouble. But that's kind of also why we need to clean up the yard. Like, it very much like seems like it's kind of like a yard that's encouraging like deer to just come and feed in it. That could be a problem for a future garden. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. So, Christmas break is coming up. We just got done with Thanksgiving. Thank God. Not my favorite holiday. I'm not like a big Thanksgiving dinner person. It's not my favorite meal. So I'm not sad that that's gone. But Christmas is right around the corner. And I actually think, so last year we flew all the way out to California to have to have Christmas with my sister and brother-in-law and my nephew, and we went up to their cabin in Big Bear to go skiing. It was a lot. We flew back, I think, on the 28th. We caught up on sleep on the 29th, and on the 30th, we drove up to Petoskey to stay at our friend's house because we celebrate Thanksgiving with the same group of friends every year. And we were dead by the end of Christmas break. Or winter break, whatever you want to call it, holiday break. So this year, because we have the cabin and because we have a lot of things that we want to do and get ready for the summer, I don't think we're doing anything. My parents are away for the holidays. I think we're going to take advantage, drive our asses up there. I'll be on break from the 21st till the 3rd because I work in the school, so we're like basically closed down. And we're just going to work on the house, and we're going to go skiing. And I'm probably going to eat and drink a lot. And that's about it. So, this meal did not end up being quite as exciting as I was hoping. I feel highly disappointed in my cheesy gordita crunch because it had the wrong beans on it. And I ordered the wrong nachos, but it is one of our favorite vegetarian fast food places to go to because you can you can adapt pretty much anything on their menu to be vegetarian as long as you just substitute beans for whatever meat product they use. So that's really cool, and it does tend to be a favorite of ours, even though it does give you a wicked tummy ache after, because everyone knows Taco Bell messes up your tummy. But yeah, I think maybe to start, some of these will be focused heavily on some fast food places, because I think it would be fun to show you what we order. Everyone always asks us like what we eat because of not eating meat, which is funny. To me, very few of the restaurants don't have some type of option. There are a couple that really don't allow you to get anything other than French fries, and that kind of sucks. Like, you know, like Arby's, I mean, at least their French fries are phenomenal, so like it makes it kind of okay. Not that we've been to Arby's in like the last 5 years, but like Wendy's isn't super good. Honestly, McDonald's isn't that great either, but I like to order a secret menu item. Like Burger King's not that great. Chick-fil-A is obviously not good at all, which breaks my heart because I loved Chick-fil-A. But all of those places have French fries and things. But yeah, so a couple of these. Next ones are probably going to be just fast food. I promise you we don't eat fast food all the time. And honestly, we mostly cook at home. But for these, it's kind of fun to just not have to cook food and then come and also film. So I will eventually do some homemade recipes, especially some of our favorite vegan ones to make. Like I have a amazing vegan lettuce wrap recipe that I make, and I love them. I would make them every week if I could. I also make a really delicious fake chicken salad with jackfruit. That is also a favorite of mine. That could be a fun dinner. And then we do also make a lot of Mexican at home with like black beans or refried beans, making tacos, things like that, and salads and what have you. So if you have a specific request for something, definitely leave me a comment below. Same with if you have a specific topic you want to talk about. But for now, I'm just going to wing it. And if they don't turn out that well, I probably just won't post them that much. But so far they've been fun, even though this is only my second one, so we shall see. Also, don't forget, I'm going to link the Quenchbox site as well as the soda brand itself below in the comments. So Quenchbox just is a subscription box that sends you 3 different flavors of a drink. So this was like a craft soda box, and it came with 3 different flavors of craft soda. But then like next month it could be like a kombucha drink or something, or I don't really know what else. A lemonade that like, but it's all kind of about like being like not organic, but like natural and crafty type drinks. But this just craft soda, the company actually commented on my Instagram post saying that you could find it at Meijer. So I will have a look to see, because there are more flavors than the 3 that they sent me. This one was tangerine and rhubarb flavor. The first one I had was mango habanero, which was pretty surprisingly good. And then the other one I have is I think apple ginger apple ginger soda pop. And I'm going to use that to make kind of a holiday Moscow Mule, which I'm hoping Blake and I can film together. We want to start trying to do like cool videos, like, you know, like short, like 1 minute long Instagram videos, but that look good. And we might try it with that. Either way, if it doesn't turn out, I'll at least have a photo. But I'm going to show you like my recipe that I'm going to use that incorporates like some holiday flavors into that Moscow Mule. And I will link to the Toxic Pony vintage store that I snagged this top from. This isn't vintage, by the way. This is just a shirt that they made as part of like their own thing, separate from the vintage finds that they have. And I just couldn't pass it up. I liked the lettering. I liked the color. It's like a muted pink, and I just thought it would be perfect for one of these videos too. So thank you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Please, I love to hear your feedback or ideas that you might have. I don't know. That's it. Thank you guys. Cheers, and until next time.